Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes. How are you all? Fine? Okay, give a smile. Be happy, right? So, I think all of you are ready with your book and pen. Let us now work out also. So far we are studying about introduction to probability. It's a very interesting branch of mathematics, and let us just recall what you have seen. Meaning of the term random experiment. A random experiment is an experiment. For example, tossing of a coin. The coin has two faces. This is called tail face, where number will be there, 1 or 2 or 5, etc. This is called head face. Are you seeing? Head face. So tossing means keeping like this and toss. You might have seen cricket match, many other things. That is called random experiment. Even you have seen die. This is called die, having different marks. This is 1, this is 2, are you seeing? And this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5, lastly 6. So there is a die experiment where die, for some games you might have seen, even snake and ladder also. You just do like this and put it. So one of the face will come up. That is called a random experiment where the result is not known. Even the cards. Other day I introduced the playing cards. Of course, you must play only for hobby. Don't play for money, this and that, okay. So these are the 4 colors. What is this color called? Red color, diamond. And this one, another red color. What is this called? Come on, hearts, red color. And there are 2 black colors. What is this called? Club. Black 2, 1 number. What is this called? Heart. No, it is called spade. So spade and club are black, diamond and hearts are red. So these are the different kinds of playing cards. How many are there totally? 52. 13 of different colors, different shapes, okay. So like that you can do. There are so many others also. Like we are told about balls, is it not? So they are all called random experiment. And probability of an event means total number of, so the number of possible, we call it as event E divided by total number. That ratio is called, you can make it simply as NE by NS. So probability of an event E is equal to number of possible event and number of total events. That ratio, that will be in fraction form, it may be decimal, it may be percentage. Is it not? It always lies in between 0 and 1. Okay, that's all we have studied in the previous class. And one more thing we studied was formula. Number of probability of an event E is equal to number of events favorable to E divided by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Okay, all possible. Suppose you take coin, how many possible? 2. And head coming up will be number of events favorable. So probability is equal to 1 by 2. Is it not? And we have seen examples of the phases of die I shown just now, tossing of a coin, head and tail, playing cards, etc. I'll just introduce to that. No? So these are some of the examples. You can have colored balls, color, small tapes, this and that. These are all we have seen in the previous class. Now coming to home assignment. An integer is chosen between 0 and 20. So integer means what? And say from 1, 2, 3 like that, is it not? So possible outcomes will be 1 to within 20, they say. Therefore it will be 19, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that is 19. And in that, what is the probability that this chosen integer is a prime number? What are the prime numbers? So it starts with 2. Then you have 3. 4 is not there. 5 is there. 6 is not there. 7. 9 is not there. 11. Then you have 13. Then you have 15 not there. 17. Lastly you have 19. Totally how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probability of an event is number of outcomes favorable to E. That is 8. Number of possible outcomes, that is 19. 8 by 19. Is it alright? Okay, shall we pass on next problem? A bag contains 3 red and 3 white balls. A ball is drawn from the bag without looking into it. So there is a bag. There are 3 red balls and 3 white balls. So very interesting. You can do lot of experiments like this. Okay. So 3 red and 3 white. So possibly outcomes is 3 red and 3 white. Now question is, what is the probability of this ball be of red color? So how many red do you have? 3. We call it as R1, R2, R3. So white can be W1, W2 and W3. That is white. So number of outcomes favorable to E is 3 because 3 red is there. So probability is equal to probability of an event is equal to number of favorable to E is 3 by outcomes is how much? 3 plus 3, 6. So 1 by 2. Is it not? So 1 by 2 is the answer. 3 whites. So there are 3 whites. Probability of ball be white color is equal to possible events, number of, write down, number of outcomes favorable to, now we call it as F, because that event is called E, now we will take it as F divided by number of total outcomes. So, because you are choosing white colors, is it not? So, how many white colors? 3. W1, W2, W3. There were 3 colors, 3 white colors. And what is the total number? 3 plus 3, 6. So, 3 ones are, 3 twos are. Answer is half. That is the answer for the second question. Alright. Now, we will pass on to today's topic. More about probability. A die is thrown once. What is the probability of getting number less than 7? Less than 7, how many you get? 6 are there. What are the 6? Just now I shown a die. Here there are 6 faces. Is it not? And there are, in every face there is a mark. So, probability becomes favorable is 6, total is 6. So, 6 by 6, that is 1. What is the speciality here now? Speciality is that it is 100%, because they are asking less than 7. Less than 7 means all inclusive, and note that there is no 0 there. In a die, no? In an event called throwing of a die, there is no 0. Now, that is the first part. Second part, greater than 7. Is there anything greater than 7 in die experiment? No, no greater than 7, because number of outcomes favorable to F is 0, because no face of a die is marked with a number more than 7. So, we call it as probability E. It should be probability F. Probability F. E is already over. 0 by 6, that is equal to 0. So, now you are seeing 2 interesting cases. One is 100%, another is 0. So, it is impossible case, is it not? So, what shall we conclude from this? We can conclude that what observation get? Event is sure to occur. Since every number on a die is always less than 7, such an event which is sure to occur is called sure event. Are you following? Means all will be there. So, that is taken as 1 or 100%, 1 by 1. Second one, event F is impossible to occur, since no number of a die on a die is greater than 7. Such an event which is impossible to occur is called an impossible event. So, this is impossible event. Is it not? Can you give an example in daily life? Number of dogs without tail, right? Is an impossible event. Even a small will be there. Some of the dogs will have a small tail. So, or you can say number of boys in a girls' school is an impossible event. Is it not? And number of eyes in the back. In the back you don't have eyes at all. Is an impossible event. Is it not? You can think of like that. Okay? From the definition, the definition of probability of an event E, probability E cannot be greater than 1, since numerator being greater than number of outcomes. Probability E cannot be greater than the denominator. So, numerator cannot be more than the denominator. So, number of all possible outcomes. Okay. So, that is one observation you will make. and which is already known to you. Fourth one, both the numerator and denominator are natural numbers. So PE cannot be, probability of an event E cannot be negative. Natural numbers starting from 1 to infinity. So it cannot be negative because a doubt will arise. What about minus? There is no word called minus here. So in view of A, B, C and D, probability of event E can take value from 0 to 1, or in other words, probability of event E lies in between 0 and 1, but not more than 1, not less than 0. Okay, so that is an interesting thing you must note. Second observation is, sum of the possibilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is 1. So these are called elementary events. For example, in tossing of a coin, the experiment probability of getting a head up. What is the probability of getting head up? It is NE by NS. NE means how much? Head is 1. Total events is 2. So 1 by 2. Similarly, getting tail up means number up. Again 1 by 2. 2 events possible, out of which 1 can be number. The above events are elementary events, and therefore, sum of these elementary events, namely half probability of first head getting up, tail getting off is half. Half plus half is 1. Are you following? So that is what is told as sum of the possibilities of all elementary events of an experiment is 1. This head coming up, half. Tail coming up, half. Similarly with die also. If you take die, number of 1 coming up, 1 by 6. 2 coming up, 1 by 6. Add all this 1 by 6 times. You get 1. Correct? So this is an interesting observation you must note. So now how can you name this second part that we will see now? Therefore, the third observation is, for any event PE plus P not E is equal to 1. Not E means F, some other. So probability of two number can be 1, or in other words, P of an event E plus P of an complement of it. So this is called complement. E dash is called the complement. Suppose you are taking half cup milk. You should not be worried, oh I got only half. But you must think that, oh at least half is there, I am happy. Be happy with that. That is optimistic attitude. But there will be some who will say, oh only half I get. I wanted full, but I got only half. That is pessimistic view. So the cup and the milk is same, but attitude is different. So here one is called the complement of the other. So P of an event E is called an event and this is called complement. Add these two, you get the answer as 1. So you use the word complement. You following? That's completing, that's all. You might have seen in this 4 into 100 relay. Is it not? One boy or girl, take this and start running for 100 meters. After that, he gives to second. Then second one gives to third. Third gives to fourth. So they are called complements. And together they will win. Whoever run faster will win in the 4 into 100 relay, right? So that is called as complement. For example, What is the probability that number 5 will not come up in the single throw of a die? Will not come up. Let E be the event number 5 comes up on the die. On the die, not E. What is that they are asking? So, probability of an event E is equal to number will not come up. Will not come up means what? See, die you have seen. This die has got 6 phases. So, this is a phase having 5 dots. Are you seeing it? So, 5 should not come. How many possibilities are there? There are 5 possibilities there, no? So, let E be an event number 5 comes up on the die. They are asking. So, first you must find out PE. You have 5 by 6. 5 by 6. So, PE dash. 5 not coming up. So, PE dash means 1 by 6. Total chances 6. There are 6 phases. 5 coming up is 1. Not coming up is 5. So, probability of the number 5 not coming up, 5 by 6. Is it not? So, totally if you add these two, PE plus PE dash, what do you get? So, if you add these two, you get 1 by 6 by 6, that is 1. Is it not? So, that is one problem with the die. Coming to next problem about 2 coins. So, think of 2 coins. Of course, you must take a coin which is faultless. A coin which is faultless means no defect. There should not be any other defect. Are you seeing it? So, I am showing the same face here. This is called tail or number face, and this is called head. What is that sign there? It is Ashoka pillar, right? No, 3 faces of a line. That is called our Rashtra Lanchana. You know, that is printed, that is we call it as head. So, here how many experiments possible? How many results possible? All possible, Here the question is, they are tossed it 500 times. We get 2 heads 105 times. When tossed both the coins, 105 times 2 heads will come. 1 head 275 times. No head 120 times. Now they are asking, find the probability of occurrence of each of these events. Let us denote the events of getting 2 heads, 1 head and no head by E1, E2, E3. So, 2 head, how many times you get? They are given as 105. So, favorable is 105, totally it is 500. So, 500 by 105, that comes to, if you cancel it, it will be 20, 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 5 ones are, by 100. It is equal to 0.21, or you can call it as 21% also. Probability of event E2. What is E2? one head and yes, one head. How many times? One head is 275 times. So 275 by 500 is equal to, it will be, if you cancel by 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 5s are by 100, that is equal to 0.55 decimals form. And lastly E3 how much? No head. No head means what? There will be two tails only. I think you can make out the result now. See, if you toss two coins, it may be two head, or it may be one head, one tail, or one tail, one head, and then both the tails. That is what is called as. When you say no head, this is the case. Two head means this is the case. One head means this or this. Anyone. And lastly, and last case is probability of an event E3. E3 is equal to 120 times. So 120 by 500. 120 by 500. It will be equal to 5 2s are, can cancel 0 0. Then you have 12 by 50, also equal to 2 6 are, 2 25 are, 6 by 25, and that is equal to 0. Come on, 24, 0.24. Suppose you add all this, probability E1, E2, probability E2, probability E3, you get answer as 1, where E1, E2, E3 cover all the outcomes. Okay, this is 0.24 and previous 2, and this is 105 by 500. 105 by 500 was how much? 21 by 100, 0.21. Zero point 0.21 first case. Second one was 275 by 500, and that was how much? 55 by 100, 0.55. So add all this, 0.21, 0.55 and 0.24. You get 0.45 plus 0.55. Add all this, you get equal to 1. Okay. Next question. Note it? Okay. If P of an probability of an event T is 0.88, what is the probability of not E? How much you get? So probability of not E, we call it as E bar. It is called complement. You can write it as probability not E PE bar is equal to, what is the sum of these two? 1 minus 0.88, 0.12, 0.12. Last one, P of n complementary event E is equal to 0. What is P of E? That is equal to, we know that P of an event T plus P of an complementary event, sum of these two is equal to 1. Is it not? Now P of E is equal to 0 given. This they are asking. P of an event, probability of event E, sum is 1. And therefore, probability of an event T is equal to 1. Because complementary is given as 0, they are asking probability of an event T, that is equal to 1. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Noted all this? Very 1 mark question, but you must be very, very clear. Here E bar is called as complementary of E. Okay? Very nice. Now shall we pass on to home assignment? Complete the following statements by filling in the blank spaces. Probability of an event is always greater than or equal to dash, but less than or equal to dash. The probability of an event that is certain to occur is called dash. Such an event is called dash. Probability of an event which cannot occur is called dash. Such an event is called dash. Very simple, right now? Okay. Second question. A die is thrown once. What is the probability of getting even number, odd number, prime number? That is another question. So you can take it as P of an event E, P of an event F, P of an event G, like that you can call. In a bag there are 3 red, 4 green, 2 blue marbles. If a marble is picked at random, what is the probability that is not green, not red, not blue? Okay? So that is a question you have to answer, right? So now let us see what Sadhguru Madhusudan Sai says. You do not have to do anything great to please God. Swami means God. Whatever you do in your daily life, every moment, just do it for love of God. You eat, drink, sleep, walk and talk. Whatever you do it with love for Swami, means God. That's all. Dedicate all your duties to God. Okay? Taking bath also, brushing also, all our nature calls, this, that, going, coming, all this. Offer it to God. That pleases God because we are all instruments of God. That is what Sadhguru says. Okay, come prepared with the answers. Thank you.